I found my next challenge, and it's one of the fastest growing sports in the fitness game, Hyrox.
It's fitness racing, so it's fitness at the highest level, but with a competitive bent to it.
You have to be good at running, you have to be good at strength, and you have to find a way to blend the two together.
I've been getting lazy. Inconsistency has started to creep in. I've been losing motivation to run. At the gym, I'm just going through the motions. I need a new challenge. I had thought about signing up to another marathon, but I quite quickly bottled that idea because I don't really want it to take over my life. And I knew I couldn't just sign up for one and hope that I could just cruise through it, because when I do another one, I'm going to want to beat my previous time. So I needed a new challenge. And I kept seeing Hyrox appear all over my socials feed. I'm a big follower of the Represent brand, George Heaton, and their 24/7 gym is headed up by Jake Dearden, who is one of probably the best athletes in the world. And he's a Hyrox athlete. But Represent and 24/7 also sponsor other Hyrox athletes like Hunter McIntyre, so they're pretty big in the game. But basically, I've been seeing Hyrox a lot more on my socials, and when life gives you signs, you just gotta follow through with them. So I thought I'd give it a go. Surely this has to be easier than running 26 miles, right? Plus, it's doing something new, it's putting yourself out of your comfort zone, meeting new people, all the good things that will allow growth to happen. So I signed up to a local Hyrox affiliated gym, shout out Chamber, and I thought I'd give it a go. But what is Hyrox? Well, it started in Germany in 2017, and it's quickly established itself as one of the fastest growing fitness sports in the world. It has races in over 11 countries and over 30 different cities taking part. Hyrox combines running with functional fitness. You basically run a kilometer and then do a functional fitness exercise, and that's repeated 8 times. So in essence, you run 8K and do 8 exercises, but you run a K, do an exercise, run a K, do an exercise, you get the point. Now, the 8 functional workouts are always the same in every competition, and they're always in the same order. And this is what it looks like. So you always start off with the running, so you run a K. The first functional exercise is skiing 1 kilometer. The next thing is the sled push. Now this is 50 meters at 152 kilograms. You then have the sled pull, which is 50 meters at 103 kilograms. You then have 80 meters of burpee broad jumps. Fucking horrible. That's followed up by a rowing 1 kilometer. You then have to do kettlebell farmers carries, which you do 200 meters at 24 kilograms. Following this is sandbag walking lunges. And then finally, you finish it all off with the most killer of exercises, 100 wall balls. And this is done with a 6 kilogram medicine ball and absolutely terrifies me. So as you can imagine, there's lots going on. It's sort of like an adult obstacle course, which is great for me because it was my favorite event in primary school sports day, and I was undefeated year 4 to year 6. So those are the main events, but there's a few different slight versions on that. You have a men's division and a women's division. You can do it single, or you can do it with doubles, or you can do it mixed, men and female. And then you've got open division and pro division. Now for all of the events, the distances are the same, but the weights differ depending if you're a male or a female, and if you're doing open or pro weights. Pro weights obviously heavier. Now the pros can probably finish this whole event in under an hour. 16 exercises, 16 different stations in under an hour. I will be hoping to do it in about 1.5 hours. But the Hyrox event is pitched as open to everyone. There isn't a maximum time for the event, so you can just keep going until you're done. And they stagger the starts 10 minutes apart. So I could take 3 hours and then finish at the same time as someone that's just finished within an hour. The tickets sell out super quick. As I say, it's one of the fastest growing fitness sports in the world. And unless you're part of an affiliated gym, shout out Chamber again, you're unlikely to get a ticket unless you get lucky through the ballot. Now I've just signed up to the Men's Open in Manchester, and that's on the 9th of November, which at the time of recording this is about 6 weeks away. Now this is not the longest amount of time to be able to train and plan for an event, but I just want to do one. I want to use this one as a benchmark for future events. I have no idea how long it's going to take me. I've never had to stitch that full thing together, so I just want to do this one. Get it out of the way, have an idea for the day itself, what the event feels like, what it's like at the actual session, and then next year I want to come back and beat that time. Plus, as I say, I've been getting lazy, so I need something in the books, otherwise I'm not going to pull my finger out. So how do you train for a Hyrox? Well, I joined a Hyrox affiliated gym, and they have Hyrox sessions a few times a week. And I've been going to those for like the last couple months now. Now these sessions are very intense. They usually last about 45 minutes, and then most of the time you are training with the kit that you would use in the actual Hyrox event. So you could be playing with the skier, doing the wall balls, lunges, etc, etc. And the sessions look a little bit something like this. So this is one of the sessions we did. It's a 30-minute ladder, and it consisted of increasing the range of running and then doing an exercise where you do 12 reps on it, 9 reps, then 6, then 3. So we'd run 150 meters, then do 12 burpee box jumps or step ups, then run 250 meters, and do 12 wall balls, run 350 meters, and then a HRP/US. I'm still learning the acronyms to some of these. So whatever it was, we did 12 of them, and then we ran 450 meters. Following that, we'd run 150 meters again and start back off for round 2. Obviously the second time round, we'd then do 9 reps, third time round, 6 reps, last time round, obviously 3 reps. And here's another example workout as well. This one a little bit blurrier. I was obviously gasping after completing it. And so this was, you do 8 minutes on and then 3 minutes off at each of the stations. So the first one there is the air bike, where you're doing sort of 30 calories. And then as soon as you finish your 30 calories, you run to the roundabout and back, which is, I believe, like 250 meters. So you do 30 calories, 250 meters, 30 calories, 250 meters for 8 minutes non-stop. And then you get 3 minutes rest and you move on to the next one. And these are the type of sessions we would do most weeks. So different varied exercises, but all consisting of the equipment you'd use in the actual Hyrox event. Now within these sessions, I try and use the pro weights wherever possible. And that's for 2 reasons. One, to familiarize myself with what the pro weights feel like, because I do want to ultimately do a pro event. And so I'll need to obviously get used to training with those weights. Secondly, training on the higher weights, on the pro weights, will mean that when I do this open in 6 weeks, hopefully it should feel a bit easier. However, regardless of this, most people treat it as a running race. And to be fair, half of it is running. You are still running 8Ks, 50% of it is a running race. Obviously, if you can smash out those kilometers in a quick pace with relative ease, so you're not blowing on the main machines, then you're on for a good time. So with that in mind, the next 6 weeks, I'm planning on running 3 or 4 times a week to try and build my work capacity back up, build up my cardio fitness. I'll go for 2 training runs a week, maybe 1 speed work and 1 long run. Similar training to the marathon training, but less focus on the distance, probably more on speed. I'm also going to try and get to the gym 3 times a week if possible. I don't want to fully neglect the strength training whilst I'm doing this, and I know it's going to help overall for pushing a big sled. I'll also continue with the Hyrox training twice a week as well. So then I need to speak through what my next 6 weeks will look like. And so my next 6 weeks will look a little something like this. Mondays, I'm going to try and get to the gym at lunchtime if I can and have Hyrox session in the evening. I'll run on Tuesdays, probably a more chilled zone 2 run. Wednesdays, I'll go to the gym. Thursdays, I'll do a bit of speed work with the running at lunch, and then follow that up with Hyrox in the evening. Friday will be my gym day. Saturday will be rest day. And then on Sunday, we'll get a longer run in. So that's it. That's my next challenge. Less than 6 weeks away, so it's time to knuckle down and start smashing it. And if anyone's doing the Manchester Hyrox in November, give us a shout. I'll see you there. Peace up, my G's. Safe, 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 safe.